Hi, I'm Bob Strupp, physical therapist.
Brad Haney, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet!
Bob. In our opinion, of course.
Brad, what's the video today?
Today we're going to talk about treatment after you've had a stroke or one of your family members or friends. And this is a typical exercise or therapy that a therapist will do with someone. Let's say after a stroke, as you know, one side is affected. Okay, so this side is going to be my right side is the involved side. And oftentimes on the right side they may be able to work with something, but once we get across the midline, the hand and the vision and everything gets impaired. So what we're going to do is work with...
What Brad is talking...
Go ahead.
It says midline. If you draw a line right to bisect the body, or right in the middle, cut it in half, that's midline. So people tend to be able to work over here on their involved side, but they have trouble crossing over to the good side.
Right. And it might be one way or the other, but
right.
And we're going to work it. So all you do is you take some cones, and you don't even have to use cones. You can use any objects, but
you can take cups.
Yep, and stack your cups. Yep. Because we want to have some accuracy involved with this as well. And you want to have the person sitting up tall, because after a stroke, a lot of times your trunk is weak and your balance is off and they might be leaning to one side and they're not aware of it. So you want to have the person sit up nice and tall, good posture, and simply instruct the person, or if they don't need instruction, they're going to know you're going to start here, pick up a cone, and come over and set it down there. And that looks like the easiest thing in the world, but believe me, if someone has had a stroke and that right side's involved and that midline we talked about is where that problem is, you might have someone coming over here and they'll be grabbing like this, and then that finally focuses in and their body gets tuned in so they can become accurate.
It takes a lot of coordination to pull this whole maneuver off.
And it's nice to have something that stacks, because a lot of times this will happen, or the accuracy won't be there, and it forces them to become slow and accurate and have meaningful movements. And you go back and forth like this, and you're going to do it 3 to 4 minutes or whatever. The person might fatigue out before then, but you want to be specific and have good actual accuracy and good posture throughout the whole thing. And then you're going to go the other direction, because you don't want to go just one direction. You want to finish it off and be complete. And there might be stuff like this going on. The other hand, their hand that's not involved, you could guide with that. And there's nothing wrong with that to get started. And down here. And if you know anybody that's had a stroke or worked with them, these things that look so simple can be very hard. So you need to be patient and work with them appropriately and allow them neural pathways to redevelop so they can start to do these activities again. So reaching for salt at the table.
Exactly. This is almost what we call PNF.
Sure.
Which you don't need to know what that means, but that's why it started off. If the arm is very weak, by all means, go ahead and use the other hand. And if you can just get a little pinch, I mean, if that's all you need to do this exercise to start off with.
Sure.
Because you can go over and just get the little pinch. Go ahead and show them, Brad. So if you can get just a pinch and even reach inside, Brad, inside the top of the cone like that.
So
that's all you need to start off, and then you can bring it over. So you can start this even when the hand and arm are pretty weak, as long as you just have enough to do the slight pinch, and that's often one of the things that comes back soonest.
Sure.
Is that slight pinch.
Yep.
So this is one that a lot of you can do early on.
The next thing, if that is getting easy, Bob, why don't you stand right here?
Sure.
Now at home, what you're going to do is start at this level, and you may want to go up to a higher level, so you're working that shoulder a little bit more. Why don't you put your hand up like there's a shelf here, okay? So again, exactly the same thing, except for at a higher level here, and then coming down. And up, and back down. And the same thing, and then we're going to reverse it. You need help? Go ahead, help with this hand. If not, go ahead and do it that way. And you're not going to want to work this. When the person gets fatigued, that might only be 5 minutes and they're just physically and mentally exhausted. You just give them a break and come back to it later.
Quality of the movement is really important here.
Right.
You don't want to get to the point where you're getting really sloppy and whatever.
And if you're working with your family member, you really need to be patient, because you really cannot appreciate that
how difficult this is.
Yeah. So again, if you're 40 and over and you need help with this, or you have a family member or friend, we're going to continue we're going to continue to give helpful advice on illnesses and how to keep yourself vibrant and healthy.
And fit and pain-free. Subscribe.